My name is Kent Drotar. I'm the Director of Public Relations here at the Wild Animal Sanctuary outside of Denver, Colorado. And what we do is rescue captive-born, as opposed to wild-born, large carnivores. So these animals come from abusive, neglectful, illegal situations, and we give them a home for life. We got started 39 years ago. Our founder and executive director, Pat Craig, who grew up in Boulder, Colorado, found out that zoos back in the late 70s had an excess number of animals. And these animals were being brought into the world so that they would be in the nursery, which of course attracts people, and people bring money. But he found out that most of these animals were being euthanized because there's no home for them. And so as a 19-year-old college student in Boulder, Colorado, he started rescuing these animals. He ran it as a family-run enterprise for about 20 years, and then we incorporated, moved up to Lyons, Colorado, ironically, for a few years, and then we moved to our current location here in Keensburg, Colorado, about 25 years ago. So this is an incredible place. Obviously, what we're doing is giving the animals the best life possible. There's no way that wild animals like this could be released back in the wild once they've been born in captivity. So we give them the next best thing to living in the wild. As I mentioned, they have all these large habitats. They have all kinds of adventuresome things to do. We provide enrichment for them. They have shade structures, underground dens. They have different climbing structures. So we provide an incredible life for them. And we provide great veterinary care, as you can imagine. They get great food, and they don't have to work anymore. And they're not at the beck and call of human beings asking them to do unnatural things. So it's win-win for the animals and for people, because as most people I think realize, when we treat animals well, it's a sign of our humanity. And so by giving these animals proper homes, showing people that they're not meant to be toys or to be pets, we're helping to educate the population that these animals are wild animals, that's where they belong, and that's the best thing for both them and for human beings.
I'm Dennis Walters, and my wife and I started visiting out here and supporting this back in about 2000. We started volunteering 2 years ago. My wife retired, I was retired. We came out, it's just something that we've grown to love, the mission that they're after, the caged animals when they aren't allowed to be themselves. They get to come out here, this great area, 5 acres instead of a small 10 by 10 cage or whatever. To get them, come out here and see them sort of face to face, it's just amazing, and it makes your heart, sink.
Biggest thing I would want people to walk away from is to realize that these animals are not meant to be pets, they're not meant to be exploited, they're not meant to be used for commercial purposes. They have a dignity in and of themselves, and they were created, they're here on this earth for their own being, and they're not here for our own amusement and enjoyment.